Sometimes life gets hard. How do we keep going no matter how life gets? This is the story of a young girl named Radha. Radha loved to play soccer. She loved playing with the ball, dribbling around, but the thing was, she wasn't that great at it. So she went to try out for the soccer team, but the coach said, nope, you for now just sit on the bench. And she used to sit on the bench and watch how people were playing soccer. One day she got tired of it. She used to go to soccer on Saturday mornings. So on Saturday morning, she just stayed in bed and she put her covers over her head. And she said, I don't want to go to soccer. I don't want to go to soccer. Her mom was chiding her, Radha, what happened? Why don't you want to go to soccer? And she said, well, because every time I go, I'm just on the bench. I'm not even able to play. And her mother looked at her and said, Radha, no matter what happens, get up, dress up, and show up. And so Radha just managed to get herself out of bed. And she took a shower, she put on her soccer outfit, and she went to soccer practice. And what happened? Again, she sat on the bench. And she was watching how people were playing soccer. She was watching how they were running, trying to learn a little bit. But in her heart of hearts, she was quite upset. But never mind, she listened to her mother. Then, Monday morning was her math test. And since she was quite disturbed, she didn't really get to study for her math test. Her mind was quite distracted. So on Monday morning, Radha lay in bed and she had her covers over her. And when she had her covers over her, her mom said, Radha, what happened? And she said, oh, I don't know, I'm sick. And Radha pretended to be sick. She pretended to cough and sneeze. But, mothers are smart. So her mother caught her. And her mother said, what is the matter, Radha? She said, well, I didn't really study for my math test, and I have it today. And her mother looked at her and said, Radha, no matter what, get up, dress up, show up. And so Radha managed to get herself out of bed. She dressed up and she went to school to take her math test. Now a week went by and slowly she was getting a little bit better in soccer. Her coach even asked her to try out one of the games. And slowly she started getting a little better in math. And one fine day, there was a school audition for a beautiful play. The play's name was The Devis in Wonderland. And so she really wanted to audition. And she told her friend Sarah, I do want to audition, but I'm scared. I don't know if I'll make it. And so never mind. And so when Radha's mom was picking her up, Sarah went to Radha's mom and said, Mrs. Kota, Radha wants to audition for this play today, but she's a little bit scared. She doesn't know what's going to happen. And her mother looked at Radha and said, Radha, you know what I'm going to tell you. Get up, dress up, and show up, no matter what. So Radha got out of the car. She fixed her dress, fixed her hair, and she went to the audition for Devis in Wonderland. And time passed by, and slowly Radha was getting a little bit better in soccer. little bit better in math. And now the auditions were going to be announced. That day came. And Radha had to see whether she was going to get the part or not. And she was quite nervous. She was going there. She was going to see if she was going to get the part. And she looked through all the names. And she didn't find her name. She didn't get her part. And she was sulking as she got in the car on the way home. And her mother said, "What happened?" She said, "Well, I didn't get the part." And her mother said, "Radha, you know what I'm going to tell you." And Radha said, "I know. Get up, dress up, show up." And the mother said, "You forgot the last one. Get up, dress up, show up, and grow up. Because in life, sometimes we will succeed. And in life, sometimes we will fail. That's okay. Grow up. If we keep trying, eventually we will get there. So keep trying, and who knows what will happen next year. So get up, dress up, show up, and no matter what happens, grow up."